What is up? How are you? How are my people doing? What's up? What's up? This is for my scientists shouldn't get political people in the back. All right? This is how we feel about that. Okay? You know what I mean? You know what I mean? What insane news coming out of the CDC tonight. Unbelievable, guys. We are talking about it. We will be going through it. Unbelievable what is happening. As if we didn't know already, there's a huge war on science. This is what I've been talking about. This is what I've been saying this entire time. Unfortunately, these things happen. Dude, my hair is looking wavy today. Wavy. Got a wave in it, guys. Got a wave. All right. It happened. It happened. How many times do we have to say it? That science is political. And just telling scientists that they shouldn't be political only denounces science. It only belittles science. So we talk about that. We're going to talk about that tonight. This is big news. Should we just get right into it? Should we just get right in? Should we just get right into the news? What do you guys think? How's everyone doing tonight? Yes, please. All right. Science is a method. Yeah, it is. But science as an institution is political. So it is, to say otherwise is incorrect. I mean, basically science is an independent way of figuring out knowledge and how the world works. And in a political system that attempts to own the truth. So any type of authoritarian system like feudalism, theocracy, fascism, you basically have a way that these people, authoritarians, try to own the truth. The truth is an ownership thing that they can try to actually own. And science is independent to that. So that's why they try to kill it, because we don't need them in order to be okay with what we're doing. We don't need the approval to have our own ideas, and they hate that. That's why authoritarians hate it. Yeah, Lydia, the science will fall behind. Yeah, exactly, Duke. Exactly. It's very frustrating. It's very, very frustrating. I remember you, Horton. I remember you. Oh my gosh. I hate my hair right now. Yeesh. Don't look at my hair tonight, guys. Maybe I should put a hat. Should I put a hat on? Should put a hat on. Okay. It is what it is. How can anyone support dragging us back to the past? Yeah, we're going to go through it right now. We're going to go through it. Oh, thanks, Duke. Appreciate it. Once science enters society, it inevitably becomes political through funding. Exactly, Riri. That's so true. Exactly. Who's on my shirt? Boom. Boom. Kamala Harris, who should be the president right now, and we wouldn't be going through this, guys. We had the choice of progress or fear, and people chose fear. That's the reality. Hey, Rune, Kimmy, how's it going? So, lots going on in the news today, guys. It is real bad what's happening. Yeah, Kamala was right. Kamala was right. It's absolutely true. It's a very unfortunate. Let's go through it right now, guys. Let's just start talking about it. The big news of the day. You guys have probably heard about it. We're talking about it. First thing, going right into the news, right into our science segment of the day. Awkward. Guys, 1 second, guys. We have to do it. We have to do the thing. Sorry, I misplaced my hat. Oh, there he is. Yes, here we go. I'm sorry, we're not doing that. That's the fun science segment. We're doing the doomer segment first. The big news of the day. Sorry, ladies and gentlemen. The big news of the day. The White House fired the CDC director after she refused to resign. Really bad. And then in response, after her getting fired, 4 top health officials quit. There's a leadership crisis happening right now. The same day that the FDA announced new limits on COVID vaccines, and she got ousted specifically because she did not agree with RFK in regards to vaccines, so she got fired. She refused to quit, and she got fired because of that. It's ridiculous. So, yeah, exactly, Jen. It's a bad day. It's a bad day. These are the things that you never want to be right on. You know what I mean? It genuinely gives me no pleasure. I'd rather be wrong on Trump and all these things. But unfortunately, it never pays to be right on these things. Here we go. Here is the... Okay. All right. The White House on Wednesday said it had fired the CDC and Prevention Director, Susan Monarez, after she refused to resign. 4 other top CDC officials announced that they were quitting the embattled health agency. The leadership crisis at CDC erupted the same day the FDA announced new limits on who can get the latest approved round of vaccines in the U.S. And here we go. This is exactly what I'm talking about, guys. This quote right here. This is what I'm saying, and this is why I'm so... Pay attention to here. Pay attention. Quote, Susan Monarez is not aligned with the president's agenda of making America healthy again. Unquote. White House spokesman Kush Desai said in a statement to NBC News, quote, since Susan Monarez refused to resign despite informing HHS leadership of her intent to do so, the White House has terminated Monarez from her position with the CDC, end quote. So again, see what I'm saying here? She is not aligned with the president's agenda, so therefore she was fired. Isn't this, that's just unbelievable, guys. We need to have science be aligned. People need to be looking for science, not what the president's agenda is. And this is what I'm talking about, guys. This is why they are all being gutted. All the science stuff, all the science agencies are being gutted because they don't align with the president's agenda. Not because they're not scientific, not because of DEI, not because anything like that. Exactly, Ross. It's all about loyalists and fealty to this man so that you can kneel before him and you say whatever he wants you to say. They don't care about truth. They don't care about science. They don't care about making America healthy again. Those are all red herrings, and those are all fake. What they actually care about is they want people to just bark when they say bark. Back to the article. The statement comes hours after attorney Mark Zed said he was representing Monarez and that she had not actually been fired or yet stepped down, adding that she would not resign. Quote, when CDC Director Susan Monarez refused to rubber stamp unscientific, reckless directives and fire dedicated health experts, she chose protecting the public over serving a political agenda, said Zed in a statement. For that, she has been targeted. Unbelievable, guys. Does that, that is exactly correct, isn't it? I'm going to read it again. You can just read it from the statement. This is the statement again. Susan Monarez is not aligned with the president's agenda. So Susan Monarez was fired. That's what Trump's own spokesman said. Okay, now this is Susan Monarez's lawyer. Quote, When CDC Director Susan Menarez refused to rubber stamp unscientific, reckless directives and fire dedicated health experts, she chose protecting the public over serving a political agenda. Isn't that correct? It's the ZAID is the lawyer. Zad. So frustrating. Going on in the article. Earlier on Wednesday, HHS said in a post that quote, Menarez is no longer the director of the agency. Menarez, a longtime federal scientist, was sworn in on July 31st. She is the first CDC director to be confirmed by the Senate following a new law passed during the pandemic that required lawmakers to approve nominees for the role. At least 4 other officials also submitted their resignations in a massive shakeup, which is the chief medical officer, the director of the National Center for Immunization and Respiratory Diseases, the director of the National Center for Emerging and Zoonotic Infectious Diseases. So all these positions they're going to, unfortunately, they're resigning in protest because they're going to be fired eventually anyway. Howery, which is the CDC's, which is one of the people that got that resigned, in a resignation letter obtained by NBC News, wrote about the dangers of the spread of vaccine misinformation and said proposed budget cuts and reorganization plans would negatively impact the CDC's ability to address conditions like hypertension, diabetes, cancer, overdoses, and mental health issues. And this is what we're talking about a lot, huh? This is what we're saying. It's not just this thing where they said, "Oh, we're just going after harmful vaccines," or whatever they said, right? We're seeing that they are going after science as an institution, and we're cutting the ability for people to be treated for hypertension, diabetes, cancer, overdoses, mental health. So it's not just these, whatever RFK wants. It's all of science. It's everything. In his resignation letter, also obtained by the NBC News, Dissecting said he was leaving the agency, quote, because of the ongoing weaponization of public health. Her departure comes after tumultuous time. They're talking about the CDC's attack on the Atlanta headquarters. There was someone that shot up, guys, that actually, remember the CDC, there was a gunman that actually went to the CDC and there was an attack on the actual CDC headquarters on August 8th, where a police officer died. So these are having real world consequences, guys. This is actually happening. I want to get this off real quick because this is too serious. So what we're seeing, guys, is this fealty that you have to have, that you must be obedient to the Trump administration, or else you're going to be fired. It's not about science. It's not about data. It's not about these things. It's about one thing. Uncle Hippie, yeah, we always kind of were when RFK was appointed, but it is bad. It is bad. It's worse now. ST Benson, if you know the answers, bro, let me know. Yeah, exactly. Beer for you. Yeah, exactly. It's like, it is a lot of the people that, hey, hi Fritz, how's it going? Yeah, man. It's wild. Because you can tell the United States directly benefited from the physicists and the scientists that came over in the 1940s, which led to the nuclear physics and everything being a mainstay of science research, and that was because of the Manhattan Project. Then, dude, I don't know the answers, but I'm saying what it is, man. I'm saying what the answers are that we have. Deal with it, man. Deal with it. So Oh man, that's awful. This live's talking about science, bro. Welcome in. We're talking about how the CDC has been gutted and how Trump is gutting science as an institution because it has to deal specifically with what he's cares about, and what he cares about are people aligning with him perfectly versus the actual scientific merits of what we're doing. So yeah, it's really frustrating, man. I mean, we're seeing it happen in real time. We're seeing the destruction of science as an institution in real time, and these guys have no other answers for it. That's what's so frustrating, is that their whole, RFK does say, he doesn't want no vaccines, right? He actually does say that he wants vaccines, but the ones that he recommends don't exist and they could never exist. Like, he thinks that we could have a universal vaccine for all viruses. That's what he was talking about. A universal vaccine. How would that doesn't make any sense, guys. It's never going to happen. You know why? Because viruses aren't like eukaryotic organisms or prokaryotes, where we all share a similar ancestry, right? Where we've all eukaryotes are inherently somehow related to one another, right? Because we are linked in that way. But viruses have developed independently of one another. So there is no viral gene that links all of them together. There just aren't. There's no way to target every single virus with one vaccine. It's impossible. Hey, Puff. We're talking about the CDC. Then hop in, Benson. Then hop in, voice, bro. It's insane. Never heard of MMR vaccines? Yeah, of course. Yeah, a broad spectrum of antiviral is it's impossible. I mean, theoretically, not even theoretically, you wouldn't. There's no thing that's universal amongst all viruses, so it doesn't make any sense. It's like saying anti-cancer, like you have one drug to kill all of cancers. It doesn't make any sense. Yeah, exactly, Shu. Yeah, no, I think that you're exactly right, and I'm really scared about that, and I think that he's obviously coming for it, and that's why that's why he's so mad about the Danish paper that came out that 1.2 million kids studied that just debunked his entire argument, and I guarantee you that he's going to be blaming vaccines in September, and he's trying to get that retracted. Yeah, we do need to push back. I totally agree. No, they can. Yeah, they contain multiple viral loads, but that doesn't mean that every single virus can be targeted with a single vaccine. That's impossible. So it doesn't. There's no universal genetic bit that connects all viruses. Like, it just doesn't make any sense. There's RNA positive strand. There's RNA negative strand. There's DNA viruses. There's so many different types that I mean, to say that you could actually have a universal vaccine just points that you know nothing about virology. Ruben, hey man, nice to see you in chat. Who's going to replace these guys? I mean, obviously someone that's really loyal to Trump, right? That's the whole point. They literally said that we want, quote, we want someone that's aligned with the president's agenda. So that's what they're going to do. They're going to replace someone with that aligns with the president's agenda. Yeah, Benson, I'm not a scientist, dude. I don't know what I'm talking about. Well, then you don't have to be here. I mean, I'm never going to ban you, and I'm not going to, you can do whatever you want. No, Ruben, they really don't, man. I mean, there are scientists that would take this position, but when you are when you're making it so that these people have to be loyal to Trump versus the scientific method, then absolutely people aren't going to take it. And this is just a really bad sign. So, oh, thanks, Addy. Dude, this is the shirt. Boom. What was that? Scientists shouldn't get political, huh? Well, here you go. This is my answer to that. This is my answer to that, Science is always evolving, Fesco. That's a good thing, not a bad thing, man. That's a good thing. Anyone that's 100% certain is just lying to you. So why would we lie and say that we're 100% certain at any time? Yeah, shoes. It's the same. It's the same artist, actually. The Queenie, that's 100% wrong. Yeah, that doesn't make any sense. So Biden never threw people out in the administration that didn't align with him. They just followed the science, and just none of the science followed Trump. So that's what happened. Yeah, Batasi, that's just it just doesn't make any sense, man. When in science positions, you should be following science and not what the individual opinions of the president are. Yeah, Sean, when you're coming after cancer research and you're coming after science as an institution, yeah, it is bad that he's doing that. So sorry about it. Julia, yeah, there are other ones that that are there, right? There's ones that are nanoparticle based that have like a sphere thing with lots of different types of viral particles and stuff like that. It's just that what happens is that you don't get the antibody production with that, so it just doesn't happen. Fesco, what's your better method then? If it's so flawed and we shouldn't listen to it, what do you? Okay, Benson, you're just talking nonsense, dude. But you're not going to get banned, so you can keep rage baiting all you want. But that's fine. I'm not going to get upset that you don't agree with me, bro. Exactly, Melzy. Exactly. They're pushing more and more scientists to get more and more involved. Thank you, Molly. Thank you. I mean, stay mad, Basani, Batosai. I mean, they just had the 1.2 million cohort that just came out of the Denmark study that the RFK got so mad about that he couldn't refute that he cried to the journal to try to get it redacted instead of actually funding anything that would actually refute that. So your guy RFK is the head of the FDA. He's the head of the HHS, so he could actually fund science in order to do that. So do it. You don't do it though. What's up, Peaks? How's it going, bro? Why does the FDA pull thousands of medications off the shelf? What does that even have to do with science, the scientific method? That's an organization, and that's like their own thing. That's not the scientific method, bro. When should I take this year's flu booster? I don't know when the new one's coming out, Freddie. I don't know. Joy, go deeper into which ones. Have you heard of macular puff? I can already tell you that this is Gypsy. This isn't going to make any sense because you're just using cancer as a one thing, and yeah, okay, so yeah, some plant isn't going to be able to kill all of cancer, because you're not even understanding that there are hundreds of different types of cancer. So I don't really trust your word. Oh, oh, look at it! Did you see Kamala Harris got the? That was sick. That was great. Oh, yeah. I can. I was gonna go into. Yeah, dude. Dude, Ruben. I mean, I would jail RFK if I could, bro. He is like doing detestable harm to our country, and he's going to cause the deaths of a lot of people. So he's genuinely an awful person. But yeah, I mean, of course, I would debate him. Okay, Jen, thank you. Newest flu vaccine will be out mid-September to October. Thank you. I appreciate that. Yeah. But Tassi, you could just hop into voice, bro, or you couldn't, or if you want to just hide in chat, you can. I mean, Ruben, I agree that he is no no genes only, no ge. That'd be wild. So Ruben, I agree with him in the idea that like the environment is important. Yeah, sorry, Ducray, welcome in. We're just doing the CDC director just got fired, guys. She got fired. She just got fired after she refused to resign. 4 other top officials quit in protest, and we're talking about that. So Ruben, like genuinely, let's read it. Let's just read just in case. So here is from the White House spokesperson, right? Quote, Susan Monarez is not aligned with the president's agenda of making America healthy again. And since she refused to resign, we terminated her. And this is the quote from her lawyer, which sums it up perfectly. Quote, when CDC Director Susan Monarez refused to rubber stamp unscientific, reckless directives and fire dedicated health experts, she chose protecting the public over serving a political agenda. For that, she has been targeted. And that is 100% correct. I 100% agree. So there are pros and cons when to get the flu and COVID boosters. I would share. I would try to wait if you can to see, when the new sequences are coming out. But I would wait. Yeah, if you could. RFK is an example of being so left. You end up telling. Addy. I don't think that he is on the left at all. To be honest with you. So I mean, he's yeah. So Ruben, sorry, I want to answer your question, bro. Like so RFK is right that like the environment is an important thing. Is right in the fact that we should protect the environment. He's wrong with how he interprets the science. He's wrong with how he interprets what's going on here and vaccines and all that kind of stuff. I mean, like he's genuinely a bad person. Like he is creating disinformation and he's hurting people directly. He has blood on his hands. Absolutely. Do great, yeah. I know, Alina, it's 100%. I 100% agree. So because she didn't back RFK, she gets fired. Exactly, Peaks. Exactly. Exactly. What specific harm is he causing? Well, he's causing vaccine hesitancy. We're stopping the research into, these vaccines. He were not making, the researching new technology like RNA delivery. He's hurting all of science funding right now. We're cutting all the research into cancer, into hypertension, into all these other diseases. So yeah, absolutely, we should. Absolutely, that's a bad thing. So yeah, that's it. That's all bad. There was always vaccine hesitancy, but he's okay. I agree, but he's contributing to it by creating disinformation. So he's creating more vaccine hesitant people by creating disinformation himself. And because he's the head of the HHS now, so now their people are going to take him more seriously, which is not correct. And it's not like he's sourcing any claims. He's trying to go to journals and get the publications taken down because of, well, a great example is he put out a disinformation about that a single mutation within the SARS-CoV-2 would make the vaccine inoperable, and it wouldn't make it wouldn't work. So, I mean, you're an ND, Amelia, so you have a doctorate in naturopathy. I'm sure that you're going to give me the immune response that deals with viral mutations, right? I expect that. 10 seconds into chat, please. I'm waiting. No, Gabriel's not sorry. Yeah, see, you know nothing. So you know nothing. And you actually put ND next to your name, expecting people to like respect you and respect what you're doing, which is you're a joke. And you're hurting people too. So so you're a bad person and you are perpetuating RFK, who's another bad person. So I'm sorry. No, ND is a naturopath doctor. So they think that they can actually have any type of medical degree, and they call themselves doctors in order to try to create more disinformation, so that people think that they're on the same plane as medical doctors. Yeah, I am. Yeah, because you're perpetuating scientific misinformation, and you're a fraud. Yeah, I am gonna. Yeah, sorry. Facts don't care about your feelings, okay? I don't care. I don't care that you're offended. Like, I don't care. What do you think about the radioactive shrimp scenario? I mean, I don't know, man. I mean, it's not that big of a deal, I don't think. You just not eat shrimp if that really, is something that you care about. Absolutely, you do. You're saying that you want to hear both sides about vaccine hesitancy. The RFK tried to get the latest like 1.2 million study done, and you don't even he tried to get it retracted as opposed to do any type of research to give any positive claim to anything that he's saying. So it's kind of ridiculous. And you don't even understand viral mutations well enough to actually know about the immune system, which you purportedly are all about, right? Naturopaths are all about the natural immunities and all that kind of stuff. You don't even know about your own thing. So you're a fraud. He is Dr. Rob. Absolutely. He's unbelievable. Then get into chat. Defend yourself. Unless you're from North Dakota. Oh, no, never mind. Root cause, healing for mystics. Science plus soul. Like, are you out of your mind? The problem is that I know too much about you, that I can read right into your soul. That is the problem. And that you are a vapid, empty shell of a human being that is pushing misinformation and hurting people. Because why am I so defensive? The entire institution of science is being gutted right now. So yeah, of course. Yeah, I am I'm a little mad. Dude, I don't even know. That's a really good question, Dreamer. I don't even know if she even accepts microbiology, if she accepts viruses being real. Who knows? Honestly, who knows? Yeah, Amelia, your entire people like you are literally, these are the people that are in these spots now. The HHS, the CDC, the FDA, these are your people. So don't sit there and play coy with me and that, oh, what could possibly be what's happening? How does one become an ND? I think you go to the Vaughn's spice aisle and you just get all the herbs and then you just randomly put a little bit of herbs and you just make green teas, and then you think that that is actually healing ointments, and then you sell it to people for $100 a month. That's what she does that is her career. Pam, I'm sorry that happened to you, but it had nothing to do with the vaccine. I'm sorry. Dude, you did not have, don't see, this is the problem, Amelia. You're just actively, you're literally just, it's just nonsense. It's ridiculous, man. I mean, I don't need, why do I need to? Ruben, I literally I'm telling her to get into voice chat so that we can. Like, I'm not, I'm over talking to her. So we don't ban anyone in chat. Anyone's allowed to be in chat. And I think that that's okay. And I think that it serves as a good purpose, actually, to show people in chat that are like pushing disinformation and the veil of certainty that they have, and how it gets shattered, how quickly it does when we actually talk about science, and the depth of knowledge that they have is just nonsense. She asked for a specific claim that he promoted. I gave it to her. She doesn't even understand how immunology works, so do you understand what Amelia? Do you not even understand what he said, though? It's not like you've even followed this. I mean, he said that. Do you agree? Okay, do you agree that a single mutation in a viral genome will make a vaccine ineffective? So, isn't this why we have the FDA? Why are we snake oil salesmen allowed to run rampant with no recourse? Exactly. Yeah, dude. And I mean, that's the problem, is that no, it's not. You don't even understand your mutation. You don't even understand what's going on. The idea that a single viral mutation could render a vaccine, and it doesn't. No, that doesn't make any sense. Your immune system evolved in a world of viral mutations. So why would it evolve? Like, if a single viral mutation rendered antibodies inoperable, that doesn't make any sense. We only understand maybe 10% of how the body functions. Oh my God, dude. Just not like, more nonsense. Who is this person? Are you a bot? Like, what is wrong with you? Olivia WA 6014248511 is making more sense than you. So it's just, is that you? Jeez. Like, these people are just atrocious. They sit here and they cause for they defund the FDA. They defund our vaccines. They defund cancer research. They defund all these things. And what their recourse is, their answer is that, oh, you need to come to our herb shop and you need to pay us $100 a month in order to have red light therapy or a green tea every night, and that's going to somehow make your body immune to cancer. I'm going to cure all the cancers in the world. It's nonsense. These people are absolutely not. Oh my God. Oh my God. What are you talking about? Why are you saying Dr. Huberman? What is Dr. Huberman ever? What is he? I don't care about what Huberman says about it. Huberman is a he's a professor of neurology. Like, why would he be the immunologist that you go to in order to dismantle all of microbiology? That doesn't make any sense. Exactly. Yeah. Ducre, that's exactly right. Yeah. She's the exact, and this is what I'm saying. This is why it's so dangerous. These people are saying that they have a medical degree, and they do not. They do not have a medical degree. They haven't passed any boards. They're just saying it. Yeah, I don't know the wettest. I don't know. It's a good. I don't have a medical degree. No, I have a PhD in microbiology. I would probably say that, yeah, compared to Huberman, who is he is Stanford. What is he? Neurobiology. Yeah, I would say that I'm actually more of an expert than Huberman on the immune system. I would actually. No, they have boards. Ducre, they do have boards. They have their own boards. They have their own medical boards. They've created their own ones. So that's the wild thing. They do have their own tests that they because they can't pass actual medical boards. So they had to create their own tests that only they can be used. Exactly. In order to be true, you have to have a degree. No, that's not true, DJ Prophet. That's not true at all. I'm saying that you have to have expertise in order to like have an expert as your peer, and these people don't have an expertise in what they're talking about. Amelia, this is, dude. This I have not even gotten personal with you. These are all academic. I'm sorry, but if you think that these are personal attacks, you do not do science. I'm sorry. Like, you don't know what you're talking about. The scientific peer review method is ruthless. We tear each other down constantly and say that our experiments aren't right, that our controls aren't right, that you don't have the right sample size, that you didn't do the right analysis, that you didn't you're too close or too broad in the testing. Like, we are ruthless to one another. So the fact that you are sitting here crying and saying that I am somehow personally attacking you when I am going after what you stand for on an academic level, and you can't withstand that and you can't hold the heat, that means that you are the fraud that I am telling you about. That you sit there and you try to cry. Yeah, exactly. You should be laughing. You should be laughing because you've actually been completely illuminated for the absolute fraud that you are, and you think that you can come into these places and you are so, dude, go ahead, laugh at me. That's totally fine. I genuinely hope that the people that you should record this and you should show this at your next class. I want you to. I'll give you the VOD, and you can put that. I would love for you to put this up. Your next whatever class you guys go to, whatever black teas the black tea lecture that you have. Because Prophet, we're talking about how the CDC is now this head of the CDC is being fired, and the top 4 health officials have quit in response to people not being heading fealty to Trump and not abiding exactly what his personal agenda was, and actually having some type of recourse and actually like adhering to science and actually saying that science should be a part of our medicine and how we deal with vaccines and medicine. So and to say that this person has come into here and they're basically saying, yeah, I agree with that. That is okay. That is okay to cut these people off because I have a mystic way to do this. Then we don't need the science institution, and we don't have the I mean, anti-intellectualism does work because I don't need to have FDA-approved drugs. I don't need to have studies in order to prove what I'm doing is right. I can just do it and say that it is okay. That is not how we should do medicine. And the idea that these NDs even exist is a fraud. You just said science can't be wrong. Yes, science is a fact finding mission where we get better and better facts as we go along. What NDs do and what these naturopaths do is they are never wrong. You would never find a naturopath that will ever say that the thing that they are selling to people for $100 a month is actually bad for them, or that it actually doesn't do anything that they said that they were going to do. Because one, they would have to test it, and two, that would require them to actually lose out their funding, right? They would lose out their way of having an income. So that's why these people are grifters. They are making money off of people that are unfortunately going through a medical scenario, and they're making money off of it. Exactly, Ghost. Yes, that's why we do at the FDA, and that's why we have the CDC. Thank you, man. Thank you. The CDC, we have all these ways of figuring out what the truth is, and we have an independent way of figuring out what the answers are, aside from politics, aside from the president of the United States, aside from what the head of what RFK says, and the fact that these independent ways of figuring these things out exist is such an affront to these people that they have to shut these things down. That scientists being in positions of power is such a threatening position to them that they have to actually remove science, and it's awful. I'm sorry about that. The CDC can't be trusted. It's packed full of your people, dude. It's packed full of the RFKs. It's packed full of those Maha people. So I don't know what you're saying. They are literally packed full of your people, bro. They are like the CDC, the FDA, HHS. They are your people. Yeah, Prophet, we're not trying to get phrenology studied, bro. We're trying to get like population genetics done on bat coronaviruses. We're trying to study the ways that we can deliver a better vaccine. We're trying to figure out ways to have a better mRNA vaccine. We're not. Why are we so triggered tonight? Light. What are you talking about? You just said last night that you support like science funding, and that you support science and the ways that we can actually have these things funded. And what you're doing is the CDC is being gutted and filled with yes men, and we're not going to be able to do that anymore. And you're wondering why? What are you talking about? How much more money do they need? For what, dude? It's not facts of nature, Light. It's not facts of nature. All right, let's just get someone else on. What's up, Puff? How's it going, bro?
This is an interesting chat tonight. I have two points. Because I'm very upset about what happened in Minnesota. So I've been having a long day with
Yeah.
all that. We had a bunch of meetings, spontaneous ones when we heard all the
Yeah.
news. But my first one is, I know on the 26th, did the cabinet have a meeting with RFK and Trump, and they were talking about, what was it, autism? Do you
Mm-hmm.
know any more info about that meeting? Because I didn't have a chance to actually
No,
listen
I
to
mean
him
only
yap about.
um the school shooting at the Catholic school, Prophet. Um, all I know is that they're going to try to have a report. Yeah, they're going to try to have a report down on September. I don't know.
Okay, because
Yeah.
okay, yeah, I only looked at a clip, but I feel like it's gonna be okay. We're gonna blame autism on
Yeah.
vaccines.
100%. 100%.
We
That's why
have
he's
no
trying to get
proof.
that. He's going to try to do the aluminum. I think he's probably going to try to do the aluminum thing because that's why he's coming specifically after the Denmark study, because it showed that 1.2 million kids, it wasn't linked to aluminum at all. So I think that's why he's trying to go after that one, because he probably has a really, really small like study, and it's probably less robust. So
Well, what's
autism,
fun?
no, guys, autism detection is on the rise. The amount of autism is not on the rise. So it's just incorrect, guys. It's just not how it works.
I will say this. I make this argument. If I wrote in the comments earlier, I was like, "Have you ever had a Twinkie before?" And the reason I'm saying that is because Twinkie fillings have nickel. And I'm only bringing this up because people are saying, okay, well, everything has aluminum in it. I'm like,
Mhm.
okay, well, if you eat Twinkies all the time, you're having components of nickel. Like, I don't see, like, the argument here because there's no, like, I always ask these people, give me evidence, give me
Yeah,
evidence. Always with opposition, I have no evidence. And I'm looking for primary source, peer reviewed sources here because that's what us as scientists use. We use primary literature that is peer reviewed with the publication company. That's
exactly.
just how it works in science.
Yeah, I mean,
Because again,
they have. I mean, the exactly the vaccine that they reviewed in the Danish study, the Denmark study. Sorry, it went from. It was actually really interesting. So I'm going to do a video on it, but they basically you should read the. I actually posted the PDF if you ever want to read it on the Discord. Everyone should go in there if you want to actually read primary sources and all that kind of stuff. It's a good place. So basically, if you have a non-vaccinated child, then you have there's a whole host of things that are coming with that. So you could have, medical treatment that you're not getting. You could have doctor visits that you're not going to. So the idea is what they did in the study is that they actually looked at the range of aluminum by year. So basically, over the last 20 years, there's been a range of aluminum that have been in vaccines, and aluminum is in vaccines in order to get a better antigen response, so that you actually create more antibodies. So it's actually better for you. But because of technological and innovations and all that kind of stuff, there is a range of aluminum exposure in vaccines by birth year. So they went, and because 95%, 98% of Denmark is vaccinated, I mean, going and cherry picking that 2% that isn't going to be vaccinated, that isn't going to have the doctor's visits, that isn't going to have all these other things. It's actually, if you want to look at specific variables and just narrow down just to the aluminum, this is what the study is. This is what you do. So it's actually a really interesting idea. And they did it to 1.2 million kids, and not a single one was found to be linked to any type of neurodivergence. They found asthma being the number one thing that's concurrent with having vaccinations, just in general, because that's just a really popular thing. But there was never any. It was never shown to actually have any link to any type of autism, atypical autism, Asperger's, ADHD, anything like that. So,
can you tell me the publication? I don't know if you said the year this was published and the publisher.
it's the PDF is
Okay.
it's in the Discord. So it's yeah, it's in the Discord. Aluminum absorbed vaccines and chronic diseases in childhood, a nationwide cohort study. It's from Annals of Internal Medicine, and it was just published July of 2025. So It's a 20-year study, 1.2 million kids. So this is like a huge, huge study that from 1997 to 2018.
Yeah,
And they,
to answer someone in the chat asked if I'm a scientist. Yeah, I got my bachelor's in biology, and I'm currently a chemistry teacher at a high school, and I'm getting my master's in education simultaneously.
yeah, that's not a problem, Monica. That's another falsehood. That's not correct at all. It doesn't. It is correct. It is good. There's very few things that you know as a parent that you are doing correctly. Getting vaccinated your kids at the ages that they're supposed to be getting vaccines is the right move, 100%. So it is 100% the right move to get your kids vaccinated on schedule. It's okay.
And I know
Vaccines are
it's
safe and effective, people. They're good. They're good
and I
things.
know it's intimidating. I know for like new parents it's intimidating because there are a lot of vaccines like right at birth, but you have to understand that as a newborn, their bodies are not used to being exposed to the millions of microbes in the world. Like it's just and because we have so many deadly viruses and
Hmm.
diseases, that's why a lot of them are really early and they come in rounds. So that's they have to start those rounds early in order for the efficacy to increase as well.
Yeah, exactly. It's a good thing. It's just a good thing. No, no, Ruben, you're exposing them to develop an immune system with that. So it doesn't weaken the ability. It creates the ability that they can have a strong immune system because the immune system requires exposure to things. And that's what a vaccine is. It's an exposure to a viral particle in order to induce an antibody production, antibody. So that's what it is. Yep, I have four kids. Do them all on schedule. It's all good. It's all a good thing, guys. Vaccines are safe and effective. They're really good.
And I think if you don't think they are effective, look at some research studies. We just had the one that he posted in the Discord. I would read that and look at if there are traces and look if Denmark is 98%
Hmm.
vaccinated, um that's a pretty strong sample. If there's 1.2 million in your sample size,
Yep.
the likelihood of it being random is super
No,
low.
Monica, you're anti-vax. It's okay. No, it's okay. You should say it. You should actually say it. You can't just like you know. You're not hesitant about it if you're delaying vaccines at all and you're not for them. So it's just you're inciting more and more people to not be skeptical of vaccines. So that means that you're against vaccinations. That's just what it is. Earth beam exposing 30 shots before 2 with aluminum. Again, that was what the study was. There's no adverse side effects. It just doesn't make any sense. Fluoride is completely safe, Melina. It's completely okay. It's not causing any problem in our water. Yeah, Jake, that's a good point. Yeah, dude. I mean, yeah, it's very odd. I mean, the anti-vaxxers is also very aligned with a lot of other anti-science beliefs. So they'll believe flat Earth. They won't believe in germ theory. They won't believe in viruses at all. So Jake, honestly, a lot of the people that are anti-vax in chat probably don't even believe viruses are real. So they
Oh,
don't. They
I've
don't. They
we've
don't.
had people not believe in
Yeah.
the immune system on this
Yeah.
live before.
Yeah. Exactly, Peaks. Exactly, dude. Eddie Bravo doesn't even believe that the sky is real. He thinks that the sky is fake. And then how, like, in what planet, like, imagine naming your jujitsu gym 10th planet. And you don't even believe in the solar system. It's very wild. It's very, lead is not profit. Lead is, the only reason why you know lead is not okay is through the scientific method, bro. That is what we've done. So again, so the same process that's told you that lead is not okay says that aluminum is okay in these really, really, really small amounts on these specific catamers that they exist in. And it's not like little flecks of aluminum, bro. Like you don't understand what's actually happening, probably. Exactly. With Shargus, exactly.
D, I want
Well,
you to
Monica, you're
request.
not helping then. You're not helping. I'm sorry, but like there's a line in the sand and you need to like either be for vaccines and for like vaccines and public health or you stand against it. That's really it. There really isn't there isn't any wishy-washy. What do you think is the motivation to discredit the scientific community by this administration? It's a really good question, Ruben. I mean, they want to own the truth, and science is an independent way that people can find out what the truth is. And the idea that people can subvert what Trump says with a scientific study undermines his legitimacy and control. Exactly, Ross. So it is a way that authoritarians take hold of the truth through feudalism, through theocracy, through fascism. These institutions of power have to own the truth. They have to own it. The truth is a possession to them. And what happens is independent fact-finding organizations or methods have to be eliminated, because if you are going to come at the king or come at the dictator or come at the dear leader and say that he's not correct with a paper, then you have to be taken out. And that's what's happened. That's why scientists were killed. That's why during theocracy, like the scientific method didn't flourish. That's what's happened. Thank you. Thanks for the. What about the formaldehyde? Vaccines are safe and effectiveness. I'm sorry, like whatever you think that is in them, and you're trying to find big bad words in them. You're not. You're wrong. I don't need to do anything. Okay, Monica, you don't have to do whatever. Okay, that's fine. I mean, you just okay.
I've noticed a
I
lot
did
with
CK. We're talking about the CDC right now. That's why we have so many anti-vaxxers riled up right now, is because we're talking about how the CDC director was fired because they didn't swear fealty to Trump and they dared to not listen to dear leader. So eggs are great for you. They're a great source of protein and they're really cheap. So it's a really good thing.
I think a lot of the anti-vaccine community has a very if they were to get a vaccine and let's say they stub their toe, they would blame everything on the vaccine. And I think that the community just tries to pinpoint every single thing that could possibly go wrong just in the world and blames it on that to support their point, because they don't want to be wrong. And that's the problem with us as humans, is we never want to be wrong, right?
Yeah.
So it makes it very hard to cause effective change, even if you show them all the statistics, even if you show them all the anecdotes that go against what they're saying. It's impossible, because in their mind, anything and everything will go to, I have to be right. Because us as humans, we want to be right.
Yeah.
That's why politics is so complicated, because we always want to be right.
Exactly. And these people never take any accountability for how wrong they were during the pandemic. Every single conspiracy, every single thing. What's up? Boom. Science can't be political. Eat my shirt. Eat my shirt. They have a hyper accountability for science on all the ways that science was trying to better itself going forward and tried to give better guidance. That is somehow an attack on the entire system of science. Yet their inability to be correct a single time or improve the quality of life a single time during the pandemic. These people, they have no idea. I mean, when you had Joe Rogan, king anti-vaxxer, sitting there when he got COVID, when he actually got COVID before the vaccine was out, he was so scared. He ran to his physician crying and begging for monoclonal antibodies, which is a super experimental, super expensive way, because Joe Rogan told his physician, please don't let me die like the poors. I can't die like all the poors are dying. So he sat there and he had spent $20,000 on monoclonal antibody treatments. And then in order to save face, yeah, Peaks, he rubbed some ivermectin on his tum tum, and but but the thing is that all the anti-vaxxers are like, oh yeah, it's the ivermectin that did it. Yeah, for sure, it's not the $20,000 monoclonal antibody treatment. I mean, people are just insane. He talked about it, Ruben. He talked about the monoclonal antibodies that he got. He went to his doctor and he literally talked about this.
Yeah, Joe Rogan's an interesting case. That dude flip flops back and forth all the time on his opinions
Monica,
and
I'm not
political
saying
opinions.
that it's not valid to have legitimate questions. Okay? That's okay. What I'm saying though is that it is 100% the right move in order to get vaccinated. 100%. That with all, even with the any type of problems there are with the vaccine, it is 100% the right move for you, for your child, for everyone that you know to be vaccinated right now. There are very, 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 very few people that actually can't get vaccinated in this world. And it's like that those people wish they could get vaccinated. So the idea that healthy people are not getting vaccinated because of some type of scaremongering is hurting other people, and people are dying. 300,000 people during the pandemic died because of vaccine hesitancy. So it is unbelievable. Queen, good job. Queen, come back. Come back, Queen, and we will celebrate you. We celebrate people that get vaccinated in this community. If you've gotten vaccinated recently in the last week, let me know, by the way, and we will celebrate you. So let me know. Let me know in chat.
And Doc, I know you say this sometimes, but I think it's important to say whenever we say like you are part of the problem as to why we lost 1.2 million people.
Hmm.
I think it's important that we say that, even though it really triggers a lot of people to say,
Yeah.
how can you claim that I'm responsible for 1.2 million people all because I didn't want to take a shot and wear a mask? Like, how can that be my fault?
Hmm.
If you're not being part of the solution, that means you're part of the problem. You know what
Yeah.
I mean? So
Yeah, directly 300,000 died because of Trump's actions. The Lancet did a postmortem on the executive actions that Trump did and overrode the CDC for the DHS. We know for sure that 300,000 people died directly because of Trump's actions, and we know 300,000 people died directly because of vaccine hesitancy. So okay, 1, 2, 3, 4. Guess what, dude? If you're having that type of problems with the vaccine, then you probably would have gotten way worse side effects with COVID-19, bro. That's the reality. If you're having adverse side effects from the vaccine, then you're gonna have even worse side effects from the actual virus, because the viral load from the virus is way larger than the 20 micrograms of RNA that is being given to you through the vaccine. So if you don't understand that, then I can't help you. But the idea that it's actually worse for you, the vaccine is worse for you, then it's just nonsense, dude. I'm sorry.
just to put this into perspective too, what was the number that we said for all wars? Was it 1.1
1.3,
million? 1.3?
and we lost
3
1.2 from COVID.
and 300,000 because
DJ Profit,
of
we
this
do know,
issue.
because we know that people that are vaccinated had a 10 times more likely outcome. And if you had COVID-19, we do know that. We have the numbers, we have epidemiology, we have these things, we have immunology, we know this as a science. I'm sorry. Facts don't care about your opinion, guys. I don't care about hurting your feelings. These are what the numbers are. I'm sorry people have lied to you this entire time, but I am telling you the truth, and this is what it is. I don't care about if you're offended. I'm sorry. So deal with it. What other vaccine works like that? I don't understand what you're talking about. There is an mRNA new technology that was used during COVID for other, as opposed to other things, but it's deemed one of the most safe vaccines in all over time. So, oh, Rocky, you're crying in chat. You're crying in chat, Prophet. What's up, Rocky? How's it going, dude? Or hello. Sorry, I
Hey,
should just say
it's
hello. I
going
don't
well.
want
How are
to. I don't
you?
want to
Long
say
time
it
no
the old
see.
ones. How's it going, man?
It's going well. It's going great. School started. It's first day of school. Everything is
Nice,
going perfectly fine. I've been working out. I've been
nice,
drinking
dude.
less coffee, drinking more water.
Dude, let's go, dude. Let's go, man. I'm
Yes,
so proud of
I've
you.
got. Thank you so much. I've got 5 classes.
Nice.
So I'm gonna just like wait for 1 or 2 weeks to see how the class is gonna go. If I
Hmm.
could like if I felt like I'm gonna like do very well in classes and I could like do a research beside my classes, I'll talk to my professors to like get a research.
Perfect.
And I think I did tell you about my workshop at Harvard University, right?
Yeah, dude. Yeah. Oh, wait,
Oh
wait.
yeah.
Was this separate than the national lab that you toured?
So I got done with Aragon National Lab, right?
Uh
My summer research, and now I'm back in school for my fall semester. But on November 3rd, I have 1 week workshop at Harvard University.
huh.
So
Wow.
when I was at Aragon National Lab, I had postdoctorates from Harvard University. I did pretty good job there. And I network with them a lot, like kind of proved myself, and showed how enthusiast I am for technology and stuff. So they got me a workshop in Harvard University with Professor James Milan. He's very famous in Harvard. So
Nice.
yeah, I'm pretty excited. Everything goes, pretty well. I actually got some stuff to show you. So I got
Cool.
multivitamins.
Oh, nice. Okay.
Uh, I got Centrum.
Nice.
Had
That's a good thing,
vegetables
man.
for lunch as well. I don't eat vegetables a lot, but I did eat some vegetables for lunch.
Nice.
And I got prebiotics and pre plus
Okay.
probiotics.
Nice, man.
Also, I got like chocolate milkshakes and
Oh,
stuff.
dude, nice. Yeah, hit that protein. That's the biggest thing,
Yeah,
dude.
to like also get enough protein.
Yeah, get the
And
protein
now I'm
first.
working on
Protein
my
first.
classes.
Nice.
Yeah, thank you. It's so nice talking to you after a long, long time.
Yeah, man. I know you've tried to get in before, and I think I was talking to Light as Life for like 2 hours, and so we had to. So I'm sorry, bro, I didn't get to you, but I'm
It's
so
all
happy that
right.
you're killing it, man. Yeah,
Thank you.
I think the dude, those protein shakes, I drink one too. It's so good to get your protein in that you need to get, because ideally it's like a pound of body weight. So you're trying to and that's more satiating. That's more filling too, because you're less likely to eat snacks and carbs and all that kind of stuff.
True, and I think one of the reasons that I feel so much like there are so many factors and reasons and instructions and feedbacks that you provided that I've been following in, following that help a lot. And
Nice.
one of the other reasons that I don't feel that depressed anymore is that most of my classes, the 5 of my classes, each one of them are in different buildings, which is half a mile away from each other. So I get to
Nice.
like walk a lot
Yes,
during the
queen.
day. So
Yeah.
that makes me to like get a little tired, and at night I can sleep better. So
Nice,
these
dude.
were my
Yes.
progress, and just wanted to share, and
Dude,
thank you
something that I have
for
been
everything.
eating is psyllium husk. So I've been putting that in and it's kind of like helps for gut microbiome health, and then also it helps, like, especially if you eat like a lot of protein,
Mhm.
you can get constipated. So basically, it's a way to make your it just it's easier to come out, and it's easy, kind of like fiber. Yeah, exactly. So it's just good to throw in there, and it's good for your GI health. Those type of like prebiotic stuff I'm a little bit more skeptical about, just because basically, unless it's something that's increasing your gut microbiome diversity, then it's just basically kind of like yogurts, or but basically what happens is that they take a yeast cell, and then they pop them, they lyse them, and then they sell that yeast lysate in those pills. So and they're right in that those are the foods and the constituents that you need to make a yeast is like a yeast cell, right? I mean, you're basically like taking a Lego and then taking all the Lego blocks away and then selling that as a kit, right? But it doesn't necessarily help your gut as much as you would think, and it just basically gets digested and broken down too quickly. So if you want, that's actually, the psyllium husk is a really good way of for gut health in general.
Thank you. Is it okay if I ask if you could, like, DM me that, because I may forget later. So if you could, like,
Yeah,
DM me
yeah, I'll
the
do it right
name
now.
and stuff. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Yeah. Dude, that's so cool, man. I can't believe, like, do you have anything else going up? Dude, I would love for you to freaking to hear more about your stuff. I would love to like host like talks or something. If we could like or like a showcase or something where you can like talk about your research. Would you be down to do that?
Oh yeah, absolutely. I would love to.
Okay, that'd be
I would
sick.
love to.
Yeah, because I'm like
If
I think the idea of like having like researchers, people that do research, like um, having a little opportunity for you guys to present your research with on the stream, and you could do like a PowerPoint or something like that. I think it would be like a really cool way of like you helping, like with you obviously present all the time, but like it would be cool to let other people know like what's going on in science, from people that are doing it. I think that that'd just be a really cool thing.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I'd love to. Back in Chicago, back either in high school and then in college, before transferring to this Ivy League school, I
Yeah.
used to, like, voluntarily go to schools, present my projects and stuff in a hallway to, like, just let the students know, especially students like first generation college students or students from underserved or underrepresented communities, to, like, let them know what actually science is about, and the pathway to engineering, and not to, like,
Nice.
think it's all about rocket science. It's just simple stuff that you have to, like,
Nice.
learn the fundamentals stuff. So yeah, I would definitely join and love to
Cool.
present some of my projects and stuff like that.
Okay, yeah, let's I want to do a stream idea. It's like a research symposium. I also want to try to do I think it'd be cool to have kind of like academic debates, if we could, with people that are in their field, just to showcase that people can, like, because the big problem, and you're seeing this right now when you present your posters and stuff like that, like scientists are ruthless to one another. Like
Oh yeah,
yeah.
they're very
Can you
harsh.
talk about that? Can you talk about that, bro? Can you
Yeah,
talk about
absolutely.
what's it like?
Oh yeah, absolutely. And one of the things I learned is in scientific communities and discussions, people are, like, very harsh. The criticism, constructive criticism,
Hmm.
is the culture, but at the same time, not to, like, take anything personal, and
Exactly.
at the same time, be very happy when you get, like, really harsh feedback about every and each tiny thing that you've, like, might have made mistake about, so you can gradually fix it. And then when you go to present your paper, like publish your research paper, because my mentors and I, we published a paper on Nature. So then you
Nice.
actually get your paper accepted. So yeah, absolutely, I'd love to.
Nice,
Yes,
dude.
I thank you for providing space for that. That's
Yeah, dude.
what I've been, like, thinking about doing.
Yeah, I want to like try to. It'd be a short one, maybe like 10 minutes or something, just to like get people kind of like an intro of what you do. And there's a lot of like researchers in chat and stuff. It would be fun to like coordinate a research symposium. So we did. I did that on. We did it on Twitch, and people voted for their winners, and we had we had grades. So we had like a rubric where we like graded people, and then the winner got like a $50 gift card or something. We took it really seriously. So we got like a score, and but yeah, dude, the the presentations that people gave. You're like, whoa, dude, like this is incredible. Like some real cool molecular biology stuff. The winner was
Wow.
someone that was doing public health research, and that was like doing science communication and health research and public health. And it was just amazing. It was so cool. So it's sometimes it's like not what you're studying, it's how you present it. And if you're, and
Oh yeah.
that's a big thing, like actually being a presenter, like and speaking and writing is a big part of the scientific process.
Oh yeah, I had to like practice for like 24 hours before presenting my research findings, because like it really matters how to like transition from one point to another point, and
Yeah,
how to connect the one slide to another slide, one part of the research to another. If you can't like really transition very well from one point to another point, the whole presentation gonna like might lose its meaning or connection,
exactly.
and people might not get that interested. So it really is important to like practice and like know how to present, as you mentioned, right?
Hmm.
So yeah, yeah.
Well, dude, thank you so much. Hello, thank you for popping in, man. I really appreciate you, and I'm so happy for the updates, dude. Like, please, like always, if you see it, us live, and you have some time, like you're always welcome to come in, man. I love hearing
Thank
your
you,
updates,
thank you
man.
very much, doctor. Thank you, I appreciate you.
Are you
Thank
in the
you.
Discord?
Unfortunately, I'm not.
Okay,
If you
well,
could send me the link, I would greatly appreciate it.
it's in my link tree. It's on my profile.
Perfect. I will see it.
Yeah, dude, I'd love to hang out and talk what you're doing, and that's where kind of like we're organizing and stuff. So, yeah, guys, Linktree has the Discord. We're chilling in there. We're having fun. It's good stuff. But I'm gonna give Maddie the G a chance. We've been like rambling
Perfect.
for a little bit
Thank
here.
you.
So thank you
Have a
guys
good
so
night.
much for being here. Thank you, Puff. Thank you, hello. I appreciate you guys. Have a good
Yeah,
night.
you're
Okay.
doing.
Yeah, shoes, dude. Shoes for sure. You need to get in there, bro. For sure. For sure. Hey, Maddie, how's it going? Welcome to the
Hello,
show.
good. How are you doing?
Good.
Thank you. Maybe I shouldn't have requested it because I wasn't exactly sure what the topic of the conversation was yet.
Oh, okay. Yeah. I mean, do you have any science questions, or what's your favorite thing about science?
Oh, um, I can't think of any specific questions, but I just love, I mean, I love learning and like knowing why I guess maybe people think the way that they do or do the things that they do, you
Oh,
know?
it's so true. Yeah, I think that's so true. I'm fascinated in that as well. With
And it
and
helps. I mean, it's just cool to know, but it also helps you be a better person, in my opinion. You can be
mm,
more compassionate, more understanding, more forgiving, because you
mm,
genuinely understand where they're coming from.
I totally agree. I totally agree. What are your favorite ways of getting to those spots, like those deep conversations?
I guess there are certain books that I've read or podcasts that I listen to. I
Okay.
guess, that have to do with psychology. So yeah, I would say those. Like one of my favorite books that I've read is The Body Keeps the Score. If you've ever heard of that.
The body keeps the what?
Score. The
The
Body Keeps
body
the
keeps
Score.
the score. Oh,
That
brain.
book really helped me a lot. Yeah, like you could probably, I forget what the subtitle says, like the description, but it just really explains like trauma and
Here we go. I got you.
um,
The body keeps the
yeah.
score. Brain, mind, and the body and the healing of trauma. About the effects of psychological trauma. The book describes Van der Kolk's research and experiences on how people are affected by traumatic stress, including its effect on the mind and body.
Yes, it's an amazing book. It's so informative, but also very easy to understand.
Oh, okay,
Um,
cool.
yes, I highly recommend that book. That was very, very helpful for me because I mean everyone's been through their own share of trauma. Obviously I
Yeah.
have too. And honestly, reading that book was like a form of therapy within itself because again,
Hmm.
like when you can understand, I mean, the more you understand yourself, um, it just helps your mental health and your emotional health. I feel like.
Yeah, it did. It does say the Wikipedia says scientists have criticized the book for promoting pseudoscientific claims about trauma, memory, the brain, and development. But yeah, I mean, sometimes it can be. It's a
That's funny.
third.
I mean, I'm sure there might be a line or two in there that could be considered that, but for the most part, it's I don't think it's all baloney.
Yeah, it spent 7 years on the New York Times bestseller list for paperback nonfiction. Wow.
Yeah, it's very popular. That book actually got recommended to me by one of my favorite teachers in high school growing up. She was like
Mhm.
my dual enrollment English teacher. But I just remember her being like the smartest, most well-spoken, sophisticated, like all the things. And she talked about that book one day.
Hmm.
But what about you? Do you like to read certain books or listen to certain podcasts or anything?
Um, I find like during my conversations, I just try to ask questions and actually like listen. Try to actually be engaged with the conversation. I think that that's kind of like the best mnemonic or best idea that I could like give to somebody. Because it's just like it's so like a lot of times when you're talking to someone, it seems like they're just waiting for their their time to speak, and they're not actually like engaged. So it's actually kind of hard for me with like chat and everything, this whole setup, and I'm actually just kind of like staring into the void. And I'm trying to like there's just
Oh,
like
since my camera's not on, you mean?
yeah, exactly, just trying to
I
like
can
just
put it on.
stare. No, I'm just
It
saying
might,
in general.
I mean, I don't mind, but it might be dark because I'm on the balcony
Oh,
right now
hi,
outside.
nice to see
Hi.
you. But yeah, I'm just like trying to like like think about like the conversation and trying to like think about what's going on, and then I'll look up and like chat will just be going crazy and like or there'll be like a slur or something, and I'm like, wait, what is going on?
Right.
It's
That's
awful.
funny. It
It's
is
awful.
awful.
So yeah, do you have a favorite subject of science?
Mm, I guess, I mean, is psychology considered one? I guess that
Yeah.
would be, because I have a bachelor's in psychology.
Okay. Cool.
And I started to pursue nursing school. I took all the prerequisites and anatomy and physiologies and all of those
Hmm.
classes. I ended up not doing nursing school, but that was also very interesting to me, just more of the anatomy and physiology of the whole body, you know? So
Yeah.
I guess that I'm not really into like chemistry or physics and that kind of thing necessarily.
Gotcha.
It's a little too like, I don't know, maybe like quantitative, you know?
Yeah, I was
I'm
gonna
not a
say
big
like,
like numbers or math person.
what are your thoughts on like psychiatry?
Um, so that's basically, is it like more so the treatment and medication side of psychology,
Yeah, I
maybe?
guess I would think about like that as like the mechanics of psychology, right? Where you have
Right,
like what the neurochemistry is going on, and then they would have like some type of way to prescribe medicine too. But um, yeah, so medication would be a part of it, but I feel like it's more of like the mechanical underpinnings of what's going on. But I think it's just different ways of figuring out like what's happening in the brain.
right. Yeah. I just know it's controversial because some people are like, oh, you shouldn't need a pill for that if
Hmm.
you know. I mean, I do think medication definitely has its place,
Hmm.
but I also think like all of the natural remedies should all be tried first, you know?
Okay.
But I think people are really quick to just want to take a pill for something because it's just like an easy, simple fix.
Hmm.
So,
Yeah, I think. Um, yeah, I think it can be tough. I mean, you really need if it improves someone's quality of life. It's hard to it's hard to say. I feel like medication. I do agree with you in the fact that like taking medication for life or whatever can feel like completely daunting. So I can see why someone wouldn't want to do that, and like the risk of adverse side effects and that kind of thing is definitely real. So I can see why people would be like somewhat trepidatious, but hopefully with like a medical you know intervention or medical psychiatry, like with follow ups, and I think that you can do it safely. But yeah, I don't, you know,
Yeah, no, I agree. But I think at first, at the very least, you should make sure like, are you getting a little exercise, a little
Yeah.
bit healthy food, a little bit of sunshine? You know what I mean? Like start there, do
Yeah.
all those things first, and then if not, like of course, medication.
Oh, for I 100% agree. Because like a lot of times when in my life, when I've been the most dysregulated, I do feel like, it was the times when I thought erroneously that like mental health is different than my physical health. But if I like work out and I exercise, um, and I really pour myself into something, productively, I feel like so much better in general, and it's
Oh
just,
yeah.
so it helps me so much. So like my latest thing right now is jujitsu. So that's what I've been doing. So it's been so much fun.
Mm.
It ticks like all these little boxes of like problem solving and a track to improve yourself. And it also is amazing cardio and strength training. So it hits all these
It's
boxes
really
for
big
me.
on discipline too.
Hmm. Exactly.
Yeah, I actually took one jujitsu class, like, I don't know, this was probably like a year or two ago,
Oh,
just for fun. I
nice.
just wanted to try it. Yeah. It wasn't exactly my style though, but I like to try different things. I've also taken a boxing class before.
Okay.
That was fun. I liked it. But the next day my wrist was hurting. And I'm like, oh man, like after one class, like really? And then I was like, why is it just this wrist? And then I remember I broke that wrist years ago as a kid. So I was like, well, dang, I
Uh,
guess I can't do that again because obviously I don't want to keep, straining that fracture, I guess.
huh.
But it was a lot of fun. It was a lot of fun.
I think that you could do it like safely if you wanted to do it. I mean, you just basically have to be cognizant of it. It might not be necessarily entirely related. And as you get better at jujitsu, you kind of you learn how to do it more efficiently. Like the
Right.
first day, there's so much stress and you have so much adrenaline pumping through you because it's so new and it's like grappling and it's a combat sport. So there's so much going on, that it can kind of like you can hold a lot of stress in your body. And I think that it kind of just like goes
Mm.
away.
Did you start that as an adult or you did jujitsu growing up?
Yeah, I just started. I've been doing it for about a year and almost 2 years. 2 years is going to be in November. So it's been wild. It's been so good. I've been loving it. I
Yeah,
started
that's
it with
awesome.
I started it with my kids, and there's an adrenaline crash. Man, the worst was in competitions. Like you do jujitsu at the mats, at the gym, and you have that adrenaline rush, and you have that fight or flight thing going on, and it's gnarly.
Right.
But when you step onto the mats for a competition, that is like unbelievable, dude. Your adrenaline is just pumping like none other. And I was competing to become like the North American champion for white belts
Oh,
that are
wow.
35 years old. So it's like caveat,
Oh,
caveat,
nice.
caveat.
Yeah.
So and there was three
Wait,
guys
you
that
were training, so did you end up like making it there or?
Yeah, yeah, I was there, and like, and I was supposed to fight, and the two guys that were signed up, like, both didn't sign up, but I was in. How that works is that you make weight, and then you sit in this little area. They call it the bullpen, and
Mhm.
then you just wait until everyone signs in, and then they go, all right, Matt 6, let's go, and so I was in that bullpen for an hour and I was
Oh,
just like
wow.
all pumped up, all warmed up, ready to go, jumping around, keeping fluid, keeping warm, and and then the board would sometimes glitch, and it would say like green, green, and I was like, oh, I'm up, let's go, and then it would be like, nope,
It would
green.
switch last minute.
It didn't work. It was like green, green, gray or something. It would glitch back.
Dang.
And I was like, oh my gosh. So that would happen like every 15 minutes. So I'm like getting pumped up, pumped up. Oh, let's go. And then boom, no, it's not going. And then after the end, they were both DQ'd because they didn't show up. And it was awful. It was such a
So
bad,
technically you won, but by default.
yeah, yeah. It was the worst way to
Or what
win.
is it?
Yeah, I don't even want that
I
medal,
mean,
to be
hey, a
honest with
win
you.
is a win.
I know, right? So I'm going and I'm leaving there, and my wife and I are just like walking out, and I just have that feel like the adrenaline just completely poured out of me, and I just started crying. I was so frustrated that I didn't get to like do the thing. I was like,
Uh,
I was just
wait, you started
pouring.
crying about what?
Yeah, because I was just the adrenaline
No, when
dump.
you lost, or what are you
No,
saying?
because I couldn't do jujitsu. I couldn't do it. I couldn't. Like, I got
Um,
so hyped up. My body was so ready. My mind was so ready. I was so pumped to do this thing. I was mentally just focused on like completing this thing,
right.
and it was just like that. And then that adrenaline left me, and then it just. Yeah, exactly. That energy, it had to like come out, and normally it would have come out on the mats, but it's just coming out through frustration and tears. And I'm just like, oh man, like God damn it! I wish I would have rather have gone and lost in 5 seconds. You know what I mean? Like I would have
Right.
had to like. So it's just you train for so long, and you really think about these things for weeks and months, and maybe a
Wait,
year.
so, oh, I see what you're saying. So you won by default, but you weren't able to actually compete. So you
Yeah,
didn't get to actually do
it was
anything. Okay.
awful. I was the worst feeling. I did
Yeah.
actually compete recently in San
Did you at least
Diego.
like work out after? Like, I feel like you needed some type of physical exertion.
Yeah, I'd made weight, so I was like, I just like we went to In and Out and just just had some, so that was good. But I got my first win in a competition recently, so that was fun. That was pretty
Oh,
cool.
cool.
Yeah, so that was really fun, and yeah, man, I think it's such a cool thing. So
I
uh,
think a lot of people like the community of it too, and
mm-hmm.
the competitiveness, because I right now, like, I just go to the gym and work out, but I definitely, like, I played sports growing up. I definitely miss the competition. Because in the
Yeah,
gym, I mean, I guess you can compete against yourself, but it's not really
yeah,
the same. But I feel like jujitsu kind of lets you do that again, even
exactly.
if you're, like, no matter what age you are.
Exactly. Yeah, they have brackets, so it's like if you're 30 and above, um, no, yeah, no, 25 to 35, 35 to 45. Or no, is it five? I think might be five. Yeah, 30 to 35, 35, 40, 40, 45, and you just have different type of masters brackets. So you're just going against people that are your age. So it's people that started the same age that you started with. You know what I mean? So it's like a bunch of the people that I'm competing against are like a bunch of jujitsu dads. And we're all just like it's cool. Like you at the competitions, you have a lot in common with these guys. You know what I mean? You're all trying to
Oh yeah.
juggle like family, career, jujitsu. It's a fun thing to commiserate around. It's just in a really
So
healthy
are you
way.
a black belt, or is that just for
No, I just
karate,
I
the
just got my
belts?
blue belt actually. So
What tier is that?
so it's
I don't
the
know the
one
difference.
after white belt. So it goes white belt, blue belt, purple belt, brown belt, black belt. So it takes around 10 to 12 years to get a black belt.
Oh wow, I didn't realize it took that long.
Yeah. It takes
You'll
way
get there, I'm
longer.
sure.
Yeah, thank you. I hope so. It's about twice as long as any other martial art to get your black belt in jiu-jitsu.
Mm.
They make it really really hard. Yeah, the red belt's insane. Basically, you have to get a black belt at 18, which is already insane. That is very, 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 very hard, and very few people have actually done that. And then you have to basically stay in the jujitsu community your entire life until you're about, what is it, peaks? I think 60, 63, 65.
Oh my gosh.
Then you get a red belt, which is crazy. So
Oh wow. Yeah,
that's
so that's
yeah,
very rare.
exactly,
Wow.
yeah. And they
Also very random, like 18. I guess 18 makes
yeah, so that's
sense.
the difference. Jiu-jitsu is the only martial arts that gives black belts only to 18 and over. And I think that's a good thing, to be
Mm.
honest with you. I mean, because like a taekwondo that gives like
It's like
black
your hands
belts.
are a weapon, so like you can't have
Well,
those weapons till you're 18, I guess.
it's more of like you're not fully formed as an adult until 18. Because like a black belt in taekwondo at like 10 years old, like what does that mean, really?
Right.
Do you know what I mean? Like, no offense, but
Yeah.
like a 10-year-old, like even as a black belt, like that isn't, no offense to that 10-year-old, but like, come on. So, but at least jujitsu is very like practical in its applications. So it really, um, yeah, it's very, very practical. So basically a blue belt is like the ability to beat someone in a grappling match that's untrained on the street. So that's kind of like what a blue belt normally is. And it goes up from there. So, and it's significantly insane. Like the progression it takes to get from a blue belt to purple, purple to brown, brown to black is astronomical. Like it's like black magic, you know. Like what'd you guys do
Right.
in your one that you did jujitsu with? What was your day?
Oh, I don't remember the day. I literally just went on some random day. I don't know. What do you mean? Are certain days for certain things? Like
Or I
they'll
don't know
have a
what you
specific
do. Did you
schedule?
guys learn like what'd you guys learn? I was curious. Like what'd you guys learn in that?
Um, I don't remember the specifics. Like I remember when we warmed up because it's a specific routine, right?
Mm-hmm.
I remember that. And then, yeah, I mean, obviously they paired the ladies up with each other. And I just remember, I don't even know all the terminology. I guess
Mm-hmm.
we just grappled for a little.
Mm-hmm.
And then I also realized that there's very specific ways that you're supposed to do everything, you know?
Yeah.
Because I feel like a new person, they just go in there and they're like, oh, like body slam or
Mm-hmm.
whatever they're trying to do. But it's very technical, very
Exactly.
specific.
All those details
So
matter a ton too.
it was
So you
like, no, 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 like you're doing it wrong. I'm
mm-hmm.
like, oh, like,
Where
you
you're
know,
grabbing the lapel, grabbing the sleeve, where you grab, how you grab. It's all that game of figuring it out. And exactly, yeah, Peaks is right. You're basically playing a puzzle, and the board is a human body, and the how you play that is physics. So it's like a lot of levers,
mm,
wedges, fulcrums. It's really wild, like to see someone that actually knows it so well. It's just they can manipulate your body so effortlessly, and you're putting
right.
100% of your strength into something, and they just use 10% of their strength and just whoop, completely flip the scenario. And you're like, how did you get to my back? How you were laying on the ground like someone? You imagine like you're standing over someone, they're completely on their back. You know what I mean? You're like, okay, I'm in the dominant position here. There's no way that this person can be attacking me. And then all of a sudden, they go from on their back on the ground to on your back and strangling you in 10 seconds. It's
Mm.
like
So how do you do that?
it's
Do you
wild.
like grab their leg and take them down or something?
Yeah,
Like
exactly.
if you're
So
on
it
the
starts
ground?
with a lot of like leg stuff usually. So you legs attacking the legs is a good way to attack their base. So the base is like how they can um, take force, and what you do is you kind of take their base away so that they can't be grounded anymore, and then you're
Mm,
basically you can move their body and manipulate their body however you want. So it's a yeah, it's just a cool thing. It's a really cool fun thing. So if you tried it, I mean, you know I would try it again. Keep it up.
yeah, I'm definitely willing to try again.
Okay,
I'm
cool.
kind of at that phase in my life right now. Like I just moved to Dallas a couple months ago. I feel like I kind of hit the ground running when I moved here. Um, because I'm just trying to chase all of my dreams and goals kind of thing.
Okay,
And also
nice.
like pursue all of my interests and passions. So yeah, like I did a jujitsu class, I did a boxing class. Those were a while ago though.
Okay, I'm
Um,
sorry. I caught at the
and
first part
then
of the sentence. You said that you moved to a new area.
right, like I moved like states. Like I moved from Louisiana to Dallas
Oh,
or to
okay, cool.
Texas.
Nice.
Yeah, a couple
Fun.
months ago. Just to switch it up because I didn't really feel like being in Louisiana anymore.
Okay, cool.
Um, but yeah, and then I actually this month, just for fun, I signed up for like a DJing class,
Oh,
which
sick.
has
That's a
been
great
very
idea.
interesting. Yeah, it was fun. Tonight was actually our last class, so I got my little graduation little certificate and
Nice.
everything.
Dude, that's so sick.
So,
There's like decks that are like $300 that are like killer now. They're
oh
so
yeah,
cool.
like yeah. So that's honestly probably if I pursue anything with that. I definitely don't want to be just like a typical DJ in the club or anything. I would maybe
Mhm.
just, like have a little home set up and because you can even nowadays, I mean, like you're on live, you can go live doing that
Yeah.
or,
Yeah,
post a
yeah.
video to YouTube that's just music that people want to listen to. So
Dude, you know what the
that's the
move
loose
is?
plan.
I had a friend that did
What?
this that made insane money doing wedding DJs. So you could like
Yeah, that's what I've heard.
learn like how to DJ on the on lives and practice and stuff, and then get paid for practicing. And then on the weekends, like you're getting $1,000 a weekend, like no problem, like it's easy money,
Right.
like that. And you're going, and you have to, there's some initial investment, right? Where you have to and you have to haul everything in and out and pack everything, but you have to pay for the speakers, and people expect lights and fog machines or whatever. There's some startup costs for sure, but you got something that would be like a solid. Weddings aren't going anywhere. They're fun. People want to have a good time at it. And then you get the word of mouth
Music's
going.
definitely not going anywhere either.
Exactly.
And
Yeah,
I mean, I
people are
know
going
they
to
have
want to
AI
pay.
and everything now,
Exactly,
but
but
yeah,
they're going to
people
want
want
to
to see
pay
a
for that
human
in
being up
person.
there.
Exactly.
Right.
Exactly.
100%. So
They're paying for that experience. They're paying for that bar mitzvahs. Yeah, dude.
yeah,
I think a wedding DJ or I like legitimately, I've thought about it recently too, like a year ago when I was like trying to
to
figure
do
out
DJing.
just like as a side hustle kind of thing.
Yeah.
But yeah, I
It's
started
literally
my.
perfect. And I'm sure it has moments of being hard or annoying, but for the most part, obviously it's really fun and enjoyable, It's
Yeah,
not like
because
you're out
you're
there
having
picking
fun.
weeds. Yeah. And who
Exactly.
doesn't like music? Um,
Yeah.
so yeah, like you said, I'm probably gonna, I thought I could practice like on lives, like you said, make
Yeah.
money that way if possible. And then, yeah, like whenever I finish my little set or video or whatever, like post it on YouTube. So we'll see. I'm also in esthetician school right now, so I probably have too much going on. Maybe I need to
Nice.
slow down a little.
Nice. Well, I want to follow you. Just so I want to see the DJ streams. I want to see it.
Yeah, keep up because it changes like every month with me.
That's cool. That's cool. Hey, I'm new at this
But yeah,
too.
nice talking to you.
Hey. Oh yeah, nice talking to you too. I appreciate
I'm about
you.
to go get ready for bed. What
Okay.
time is it by you?
Oh yeah, we're 10:50.
Oh yeah, I'm 12:50 here, so
Oh dang. Yeah, I'm
yeah.
West Coast. So all right.
Oh,
Well, it's
gotcha.
nice talking to you. I appreciate you getting on.
Yes, you too.
All right.
Bye.
Bye. All right, guys. What's up? What's up? Sorry, guys. I've not been reading chat. I saw Light is Life spamming because I was talking about psyllium husk, and she was going crazy about that. So I saw, see, Light. I'm like totally, I'm hip. I'm cool. I get it. I get it. So. Hey Jeff, how's it going, man? Yeah, I mean, she joined, and she just had like a psychology background, so that was what she wanted to talk about. So it's all good. We did, and we talked about that. We talked about the top person resigning, refusing to resign, and then getting fired, and then the top 4 officials getting fired with them. So it's awful. The first hour was basically all about that, and there was like an insane amount of anti-vaxxers in here. But getting real mad that a scientist is talking about politics, getting real mad. So this is why I'm wearing my shirt. If you're mad about a scientist talking about politics, guys, I don't know. You're welcome to be here. Everyone's welcome to be here. But I'm not going to stop, guys. I'm not going to stop. Yeah, I know. Peaks. I know. It was when I'll put the YouTube up. You guys, yeah, you can see. Thanks, Ducray. You're always giving. Ducray's always cracking the whip. I appreciate it. We're gonna have an 11 o'clock stop time. So 10 minutes left, guys. So I was thinking about. I do have another science story, like an actual science story. Do we want to do science? Before we go, do you want to do a science, or do you just want to chill for 10 minutes and like read chat and hang out? I don't know what the best herb would be, Atkinson. I would just go to your physician. Okay, science. All right, let's do it. It's real science. It's not weird science. Okay. We're doing it. We're doing it. Science. It's about evolution too. Amazing. How did life get multicellular? God chose it that way. That's it. That's it, guys. We're done. See ya. See ya. Stream's over. See ya. Sorry. Oh, sorry. I'm sorry. I kid. I kid the religious. I kid the oh my hat went away. Oh no. Oh, kid. I kid. That's it. That's it. That's the whole stream. Okay, sorry guys. We only have 10 minutes. Can't be joking around. How did life get multicellular? 5 simple organisms could have the answer. Single-celled species that often stick together in colonies have researchers rethinking the origin of animals. Guys, there's a really cool video that I can't show, but there's it is really cool and it's on the show notes. So yet another reason why you should be in the Discord. If you're not, I don't know what you're doing, but it's cool. Do you. You do you. I'm going to put it in general so everyone gets to see it. Okay. For 3 billion years, unicellular organisms ruled the earth. It's true. It's true, Light. I'm sorry. It's true. For 3 billion years, unicellular organisms ruled the earth. Then, around 1 billion years ago, a new chapter of life began. Early attempts at team living began to stick, paving the way for the evolution of complex organisms, including animals, plants, and fungi. It's pretty crazy. So, 2 billion years in the prokaryotic realm. Isn't that wild? 2 billion years. Across all known life, the move to multicellularity happened at least 40 times, suggests one study. Wow, that's incredible. But in animals, it seems to have occurred only once. Beginning in the early 2000s, researchers interested in this remarkable event made a series of unexpected discoveries. The prevailing view held that a flood of genes had to evolve to enable the key properties of multicellularity. So multicellularity is like you have, a bacteria would be just one. How are they globbing together, right? How are they sticking together in order to create 2 cells that were distinctly their own things with their own genomes, with their own way that that life needs to happen, and then now there's 2 of them. So how are they creating that new being, and how do they regulate their genomes? How do they regulate what goes where, differentiation, all that kind of stuff? There's a lot that's going on. Okay. The ability of cells to stick together, communication using molecular signals, that's what we were talking about before, and the coordinated regulation of gene expression that causes each cell to specialize and take its position in the organism. But studies found that some unicellular organisms express a slew of proteins that control key properties of multicellularity in animals. The molecular toolkit required for multicellularity seems to have existed well before the first animals came. Well, that's pretty cool. Quote, the work has rewritten our understanding of animal origins, says William Ratcliffe, an evolutionary biologist of Georgia Tech, and it makes us ask different questions. The 2 teams behind much of this research were led by evolutionary biologist and geneticist Nicole King, and a person in Spain. They have since expanded into a small community of scientists that had developed more than a dozen of these species into model organisms. Oh, that's really cool. Model organisms are specifically organisms that we can change, that we can adapt, we can make their genomes different, we can genetically modify them, we can culture them in the lab. There's different ways. A model organism is a big thing. It's hard to do. Very, very, very hard to do. All these species are eukaryotes, which are distinct from prokaryotes in that they have a nucleus and belong to lineages closely related to animals. Choanoflagellates, Philisterans, Ichthyosperans, and Coraloctrians. Many of the model species dabble in multicellularity by occasionally forming colonies. Part of what makes these organisms so interesting is how different they are in appearance, life stages, and genetic makeup, researchers say. Each of the organisms, 5 of which are featured here, offer a peek into evolutionary paths that could lead to animals. Looking across several lineages to piece together this event has become, quote, the philosophy of this scientific community, unquote, says molecular biologist Elena Casabuerta, who jointly runs the laboratory at Barcelona with Ruiz Trio. Only with a comparative approach can we attempt to have a more accurate picture. All right, guys. Yeah, isn't that cool? It goes longer, but I don't think we have time. But we'll try this. Hi.
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 How's it going?
How's it going?
Good. How are you?
Good.
Good.
I'm doing a science
I'm
segment.
doing a science segment.
Do you want to battle?
Sure.
Sure.
Okay. Let's do it.
What's your favorite science subject?
Wait. I actually want to answer these questions. What was it? Favorite science subject? That's like your favorite hobby. Science?
Oh, no
yeah,
way.
Science. Science
Really?
subject? Wait. Yeah. Like topic of discussion, you mean?
Yeah, whatever. I'm a scientist. That's what I do. That's what I'm like. I'm
Shut
doing
up! No way.
Yeah.
Science, marine biology. Like,
Thank you for the heartbeat. Yeah.
Yeah.
My favorite science is psychology.
Oh, okay, cool. Yeah, I did. I do a lot of work with algae. It's like one of my main things that I do. Yeah, trying to make them more photosynthetic and to be used for algae biofuels and also like they're cool ways of like producing anti-cancer drugs. That's kind of cool. Yeah, there's lots of things that you can do with like algae and stuff like that.
That's super cool. When did you start doing that?
I've been doing it for like 16 years now. So I've been, when I was an undergrad, like I basically asked to join this lab, and that's how long I've been doing it.
That's super awesome.
That's cool.
What's the most surprising fact about algae? That we could actually have all of our gas that we burn in our cars could all come from algae right now. We actually have the technology in order to do it. So it would take about the size of Minnesota, that size of like an algae pond. Yeah. So, but that sounds crazy. That sounds crazy. But you could just like take cornfields right now that we already kind of like don't use that well and don't utilize. Switch them over to algae biofuel ponds, and I think that you could actually take a lot of that space up really easily. Yeah.
That's super. Are you talking to your fan? How many people are on your live?
106 right now.
Wow, that's
Whoa.
good. You're famous.
Oh, stop. Thank you.
No, you're famous. You're famous. You're famous.
Oh, thank you.
I'm gonna start talking about psychology, guys. Okay.
Okay, cool. What's
Okay.
your favorite thing about psychology?
Just the fact that like, it really is just so like person to person, like life experience, different ways of living, and like genetics too play into it. It's just very interesting, really.
Yeah.
Really. Like all of it, and like different, like I love.
Interesting. What's your favorite psychologist like that you learned about that you think that's interesting?
Freud.
Okay, classic.
But Freud classic because I relate to, and most psychologists disagree with him, but I honestly think he probably, I have actually a theory on him. So
About Freud?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, what's the theory?
Well, it's like, so his his theory is his theory, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Well, like penis envy.
So what?
Are you talking about penis envy and the the mother
Yeah,
thing.
yeah, that theory.
Hmm.
Like I think it's more like I feel like he definitely went through something when he was younger to
Yeah.
where why that is why he thinks of that, and it makes sense because if that is what he went through, it would translate to every aspect of his life and the way he thinks about things.
What does Freud's mom look like? Is she hot? Is that what that's the question, right? That's what you're asking. That's the bigger question. That's what you're saying, right?
No.
What? That's what this whole thing is that moms like kids, boys have like an innate traction with their mother.
That's not Freud.
What? Freud? Really?
I don't think so.
The Oedipus complex.
Is it?
Yeah, Sigmund Freud stated that during the psychosocial phallic stage of 3 to 5, a son develops an unconscious desire for his mother and views his father as a rival, which is the Oedipus complex.
Maybe I'm thinking of someone else then.
No, that's okay.
No, I really am confused now.
That's
My
okay.
whole life.
Sure.
My whole life is a lie. It's fine. And I give you all. Did you win? Oh, good job.
Yeah.
It was super nice to meet you.
Thank you. All right, see ya. Have a good one. It always happens during the science segments at the end, guys. They were. We come in hot and weird sometimes, guys. We're the weirdos. We're weird. It's okay, guys. We're nerds. The elder millennial nerds. All right, guys. Well, it's been fun, guys. If you didn't see the beginning of the stream, it's one to check out, I'll be honest with you. You should. Yeah, exactly. She's like, wait a second, what? And he has the penis envy thing. Freud has the daughters have penis envy of their fathers, and so it's like a weird thing. Freud's concept of penis envy suggests that young girls, upon discovering they lack a penis, develop a profound sense of trauma and envy, which becomes a crucial stage in their psychological development and the foundation of their feminine identity. This envy, Freud believed, could manifest as a desire for male characteristics or lead to a wish to give birth to a son as a substitute. While influential in its time, the theory is now widely considered sexist and is largely rejected by modern psychology. So, sorry. I mean, with them, I don't know. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay, guys. Yeah, I mean, it's just, yeah. I mean, it's the most common one that they just learned about, and they probably didn't do a lot of research. And their high school or college professors didn't probably go into the weird parts of Freud. So it, yeah, it's a little weird. Yeah. They did learn. They learned. Dude, when I said penis envy and then the thing with their moms, they were like, what? Wait, what? What are you talking about? What? All right, guys. Well, I'm going to do San Diego Open. San Diego ADCC Open. San Diego ADCC Open, January. January 18th. Yeah. All right, guys. Well, now is your time. This is for your This is you guys. This is your time. Because we appreciate you guys here. Thank you guys. If you guys got vaccinated recently and you have a vaccine, let me know and we will celebrate you in chat. While we do that, please let us shout out Stars to our latest subscriber. Thank you, Stars. I appreciate you so much. The best way that you can support the channel is subscribing. Thank you guys so much. Thank you for our top gifters. Thank you, Monica. Thank you, Jen and Sheepadoodle, Ado, Alina, Ducray, NB Kami, Ghostbusters, Nico. Thank you to the top likers. Thank you guys so much. It helps get us out there and the stream out there. Alina, DN, Jen, Lefty Left. Oh, thank you, Shoes. NB Kami, Ducray, Maiden of Mayhem, Ruben, and Robbie. Thank you guys so much. Super chats, $5 if you wanted to participate in there that way, or you can check the link tree for the Discord, guys. That's where we have all the Discord information. You can join and hang out. That's a cool thing. Also, that's where the primary sources are, where we talk about things. You can see the videos and the articles that we have, and that's where it is. Also, link to my publications. So that's a good thing. No Amos. I'm just trying to go to bed at a reasonable hour. So I'm trying to get streamed down to like 9 to 11 every night. If we can do a tighter, better show. Oh, you got the tetanus facts? Gertie, thank you. Guys, you know what that means. Gertie just spawned a vaccine party. Gertie, thank you so much for taking your health and public health seriously. Guys, you know what that means? That means that we party and we spam V's in chat. Thank you, Gertie. This is it. Let's go, Gertie. Spam V's in chat, everyone. Good job. Thank you for taking your health seriously. We love vaccines here. Vaccines are safe and effective, everyone. You should get vaccinated. Everyone should get vaccinated. Thank you. We love people that get vaccinated in this community. We appreciate you because we love people that take public health seriously. So we celebrate you. And every person who gets a vaccine comes in here and we will celebrate you. So remember to do that. Remember to get vaccinated, guys, especially with what's coming up. Yes, nice, Gertie. That's awesome. Thank you. All right, guys. Dude, thank you. Thank you for spawning the vaccine party, Gertie. I appreciate you so much. All right, guys. That's it. We did it. We did a tight 2-hour show. It was in. We were out. We did it packed. That was a packed show. That was packed, guys. 2 hours and we're done. And that was packed. That was as hot as it can get. We got in, we got out, we debated. If you guys didn't see the beginning of the show, thank you, Jeff. Thank you, I appreciate you. Check out the VOD. The first hour was crazy. That was like the most anti-vax chat I've ever seen, and that was crazy. But thank you guys so much. Stop. That was weird. I don't think so, but thank you guys. That was very funny that she said that. All right. Well, NB Kami, check the YouTube archive. It's going to be there. I'm going to upload it right now. All right, guys. Well, that means you know what time it is. That's it. We're done. That you get vaccinated. Thank you. See you tomorrow. CDC needs scientists, not politicians. We need to get better people in government. That means you need to run. You need to run for science, research. You need to do something. You got it. Please, someone, help us. Help you. Please, someone, please, you. All right, see you guys. Turn it off. We're turning it off. It's done. We're done. It's over.